Hi there, I'm Aussie Villa. Welcome to episode 4 of our first star challenge with Everton, of course, trying to win at the Champions League for the club for the first time. And I'm calling this episode Schoolers In, School of Science, of course, and we are returning Everton to beyond their glory days, because we are going to be European champions one way or another. In this episode, we're going to be seeing Watford away from home, and then our first ever Merseyside Derby. We're hosting Liverpool, and we are going to do our very, very best to beat them. Now, since last episode, to have a quick recap, we had our first disappointing result, I think, with the 0-0 draw at home to Newcastle, and then since then, things have gone much, much better than I had ever dreamt they could have gone. We went away to Arsenal, 3-3 this game was. We gifted them 2 goals as well, which is really disappointing. But we looked quite good going forward, and look at that. So, Gylfi Sigurdsson, 94th minute, got us the point. It was Richarlison and Tom Davies that got their first 2 goals. And you can see from the match stats, it was a relatively even game. We gave as good as we got, and the draw was probably fair, but the manner of the 2 goals we conceded, we gifted them 2 goals, which was really disappointing. Then we didn't go to Stamford Bridge. We hosted Chelsea 3-2. We got the win, which was absolutely amazing. This was a really, really good performance that we actually deserved to win. Leighton Baines, you can see, kind of let the team down a little bit there. We had to sub him off. But otherwise, very, very good performance. Schneiderlin, Bernard, and Sigurdsson again with the goals. And you can see there again, gave as good as we got. And as I said, deserved to win. Look at their match ratings. We were definitely the better team. Then we went and we had what should have been a softer game away to Cardiff. And to be honest, this was the most difficult game of the gap. We were very, very lucky to get a win here. You can see there, completely outplayed. Tom Davies got the goal that won it for us. I think it was a counter-attack goal, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to check my notes here. The match ratings there look like we did okay, but believe me, we didn't. We were very, very lucky to get away with a draw. It would have been a good result for us, never mind a win. Brighton away, this was up next, and this was another tough game for us, but Tom Davies, 2 goals. Wow, he scored some absolute stunners in this game. Sank the Tank got a goal as well. He hadn't scored for a while. It was good to see him back on the score sheet. Fortunately, that goal, as you can see there, was cancelled out about 30 seconds later. But overall, again, we did deserve to win the game, and Tom Davies he really stepped up to the plate for us there. Then we played Tottenham at home, and oh, guys, we threw this game away. We had it, and we threw it all away. You can see Sigurdsson and Michael Keane had given us a 2-1 lead at the time. Harry Kane got 2 goals for them. We were 2-1 up. And Sank the Tank missed an absolute sitter of a goal. Then it was 2-2, and Idrissa Gueye, just the stupidest second yellow card I've ever seen in my life. And then they went and won it in the 89th minute. I mean, the match stats there are a little bit misguided, when we went down to 10 men, they really went for it, and we just couldn't hang on. It was a bit of a missed header as well, defensive header. That led to their winner, which was really disappointing. I'm not sure if it was Keane or Zuma, to be honest. It was just like they just missed it, went up and missed an easy header, and it was Son at the back post that got the winner for them. So that being said, not a bad. I mean, that was a tough run of games, and that was a really, really good return. If we have a look at what that has done to the league table, and you can see we are sitting there in 4th. 4 points clear of Manchester United. Arsenal's behind us as well as Chelsea. Got a nice little gap there, but we're in that. We're only 4 points. Or City's already played, so we're 4 points off the top. I mean, top 4 would be an absolute dream, wouldn't it, if we could manage to do that? So we'll see how we go here, but Liverpool, they've only lost the 1 game, and that is going to be tough. Hopefully we'll be able to get their second loss of this year on them this episode. But let's start with Watford. Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out, and it's Pickford in goal. It's Baines, Keane, Zuma, and Coleman as a back 4. Schneiderlin and Davies in midfield. Richarlison, Sigurdsson, and Bernard in behind Calvert-Lewin. Sank the Tank has picked up a little bit of a knock, so we're going to try and save him, try and keep him fresh for Liverpool. I should say there will be a goals of the month, sort of spread over 2 months at the end of this episode. So all those games in between, you can see what we've done. And believe me, Tom Davies especially scored some really, really good goals. Now let's see here. Pedro Sosa says, let the lads go out there, not saying anything extra. That seems to me like go out there, relax, play an actual game, the result will come. I think I like that as a team talk. I'm passionate, we have faith. And yeah, we do just need to try and rebound from the Spurs defeat. But like I say, it wasn't a bad performance. So that being the case, we should be full of confidence coming into this game. But away from home, I've always had a tough time against Watford. I don't know if it's the way they match up against my tactics that isn't the best. But they've always, if you've been watching my Villa save, which sort of runs on alternate nights to the Everton one here, we got absolutely pulled to pieces by Watford in that save. So sort of the curse of Watford. That's Leighton Baines. There was no one anywhere near him, and he's hit it with his hand. Baines is after more first-team football, and I thought I'd try and keep Lucas Digne fresh for Liverpool. Wrong way for Pickford. And give him a game here, but he's certainly not paying me back. And he was at the other game. Well, I had to sub him off against one. Was it Brighton? Maybe I had to sub him off. So I mean, he's a team leader, so I want to try and keep him happy and try and give him game time because he's not that bad. He's not. His attributes aren't. I mean, it's not what Leighton Baines used to be, but he's by no means a bad player. But we might just need to start putting him out to pasture, I think. Team leader or not, if you're going to do that. All right, come on, let's get creative here, boys. Come on. Calvert-Lewin picks up that header. He's gone early for Richarlison. Richarlison, can he square it? Richarlison! Oh, it's off the inside of the post. So unlucky for the Brazilian. All right, here we go. Sigurdsson, he's been in great form as well. Knocks it in. Back post, Michael Keane! That's his third of the year. Michael Keane, that's what we like to see. Sigurdsson again with the set piece. He's on fire this year. He's kind of like he is in real life from what I imagine him to be. I don't know what. Let me know, Everton fans, how he's been for Everton, but certainly at Swansea he seemed to be, if he wasn't scoring, he was assisting. And he's a little bit like that for us right now as well. Come on, let's try if we can demand more here. Let's kick on from that goal. Their only shot they've had is that penalty kick, so they haven't really done too much to trouble us so far. Anything else we want to do here? Nias is our option on the bench along with Walcott. Again, just trying to keep Walcott fresh for Liverpool if we need him. He's a bit of a sick note this year with his hamstrings, I think it is. Decent header, the net flick across. Who was that? 29. Can we see who 29 is? No. I wonder if it was Schneiderlin maybe? It was a long name, I just didn't catch who it was. Alright, coming into half time here. Not bad. We've reacted okay to going behind. Davies is on a booking now. He's a ball-winning midfielder, so we might even look to change that role. I haven't had the best of luck. I don't know how everybody else has been going with ball-winning midfielders. I mean, you expect them to pick up yellows here and there, but my World Tour, I've got a ball-winning midfielder, Wheezy, and he gets booked every single game. We're going to say we're not happy with that. And then, picks up the occasional red card, sort of second yellow in there as well. So, yeah, I'm not loving the ball-winning midfielders, I've got to say. Till Schneiderlin, there's more to come. Schneiderlin's coming back from injury, as you can see. Not really match fit. I do just want to change the role that Tom Davies is playing. I'm wondering if we might send him box-to-box, perhaps. We've got Schneiderlin as a defensive, deep-lying playmaker, so it might be worth getting Davies a little bit more forward. As I said, he's been in cracking goal-scoring form. I'm actually excited for you to see goals of the month at the end to see some of the goals he scored because they have been. I don't want to oversell it, and then you'll see it and be like, oh, it's not what I was expecting. But some really good goals from midfield. Bernard's just not quite on form lately. We could put Sigurdsson out there, perhaps. We'll give this a demand more here when we can. And Bernard is very inconsistent. I don't know, again, if this is what he's like in real life or not. But I'm finding Bernard to be quite inconsistent. Alright, here's a highlight. Can we win the header, please? We can. Down to Sigurdsson. He's lost out, though. Are we going to find ourselves under attack here? Deulofeu. It's a good ball for Troy Deeney. Good save from Pickford. I was going in the last episode about Yerry Mina, how it's one of those names you kind of have to say the whole name, not just Mina. I feel like Troy Deeney's one of those as well. You can't just say Deeney. It's got to be Troy Deeney. We've got away with one there. Oh, Pickford has saved us. Alright, we're going to make that Bernard sub now. He's a good player, but he's just not quite been at it for us. What do we want to do here? Maybe Andre Gomez, and we can stick him out there. Advanced playmaker for Andre Gomez. I just want to make sure, actually, Sigurdsson. I wonder if I should have been playing Bernard as a winger, actually, instead of an inside forward. It depends on, obviously it depends on the opponent. I just really am struggling to. He seems to have a good game as an inside forward, then a poor game, then a good game as a winger, then a poor game. It's really having a hard time nailing down exactly the best way for him to play. All right, here's Sigurdsson over a free kick again. That looks decent, but it's easy for Ben Foster in the end. Let's go attacking here. Let's try and get these 3 points if we can. It's one of these stick or twist, isn't it? Do we go for the 3 and risk losing the 1. Oh, it's a good ball. It's a great save, though. This isn't working. Something we're not doing here isn't working, is it? Let's try and just regroup. I wonder if we'll push up a higher line, but not counter press. See if we can have a little bit more luck getting the ball back off them with that. We need to concentrate from this corner. Get it away. Come on, boys. Get in front of it, please. Good block. Right, Richarlison, what's he? Hacks it forward to nobody. I'm wondering if Niasse might be a good option up front as a pressing forward instead of Calvert-Lewin. He hasn't done much, Niasse, but we haven't really given him much of a chance either. So let's try that. Just a pressing forward, try and close down their defence, put a bit of pressure on them. Let's try encourage. Davies is looking tired. He's on a booking. Let's bring James McCarthy on. Trying to get him back to a little bit of form, something that resembles form. I don't know if we're going to look to keep him at the end of this year. There's a couple of good midfielders that are out on loan, and I'm thinking we might look to bring some of them in to the first team next year. Well, McCarthy is a ginger and a half, isn't he? Look at that. He's not like that in real life, is he? I didn't think McCarthy was that ginger. Oh, I tell you what. Come on, boys. Can we give it one last push forward? Gomez has picked up an injury. This is probably it. If Gomez got some treatment, there might be 30 seconds to go here. We can't really complain, can we? We didn't create that much. Probably looking ahead to the big derby, isn't it? That must be what it is. McCarthy, that's a decent ball for Coleman. We do need to try and get this forward a little bit more, though, and Carlson's won that back nicely, but that is horrible. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do there. Are we going to go and cost ourselves a point here? No, we've blocked that, and that's it. Well, Watford continue to be one of my bogey teams. Well, probably the bogey team outside the sort of the top 6. You expect to lose to those teams, though, but I really have a hard time with Watford. I'm going to say, simply put, that wasn't good enough because we probably should be beating a team like Watford. So honours even at Vicarage Road. Gomez is just out for a day or 3. Should be okay for the Liverpool game. That's coming up in 3 days' time. Any of our guys, Pickford, Keane and Davies, are getting looked at for the next England team. That's all exciting news for them, isn't it, guys? Wait right there. We will be back for our first Merseyside Derby. Okay, guys, welcome back. Now, before we get to the Merseyside Derby, a few bits of information that have happened since last episode. Since last game. It's only been about a 3-day break, but lots has happened. We've got Sunderland at home in the FA Cup. They're a League One team. We're at home. We should be able to see our way through that, shouldn't we? But perhaps more importantly than that, if we look at my contract, we signed a new contract at the club, guys. We're here for another 3 years to at least 2021. Assuming we don't get sacked before that. Similar sort of money. I've given myself a nice little bonus if we win the Premier League, $500,000. So drinks are on me if we end up winning the Premier League this year or in the next 3 years. Because as I said, $500,000 in the bank. Now, the one thing that is concerning me a little bit is this finances thing. We've restructured the debt. We're already back to like £33 million in debt in, what's that, 4 or 5 months. So that's a little bit concerning, I'll be honest. I think we're losing about £4 million a month. Now, obviously, there'll be prize money at the end of the Premier League. But even if we finish top, I'm not sure exactly what the prize money is, but we're going to be a lot in debt. And I think our wages are too much. I don't really know. But I'll be honest, I'm a little bit concerned. I get the feeling that Everton, they remind me a lot of Villa, in that they just have a lot of money on wages going to players that aren't that necessarily deserving of them. But anyway, let's not worry about that right now. We'll deal with that next season. This is it. It's the Merseyside Derby. Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. You can see the league table there. If we have any chance of winning the league, we really do need to make sure we're at least not losing this game. But we're going to win it because that's what we do. It's Pickford in goal. It's not Baines. It is Digna. It is Keane, Zuma, and it is John Joe Kenny. Seamus Coleman needs a rest, so in comes Kenny for this game. I'm sure he'll do a great job for us, though. Schneiderlin, Davies, and Sigurdsson in midfield. Richarlison and Bernard with Sanctor Tank back up top. We're going to play him as a complete forward, though. You'll notice a slight change in formation. This is how I tend to play against the top 6 teams. Just a little bit more protection on top of the back, front of the back 4. So instead of the way Liverpool's playing, it's kind of as expected. It's a really good team, isn't it? I don't know if I can say that as Everton manager, but it's a really good team. What do we want to say? I think it's going to be go out there and do it for the fans. Means we give a lot of credit lately. Go out there and do it for the media. If you're going to do it for anybody, do it for the media. Alright, let's get out there, see how we do. Alright, here we go. Everton fans in full voice at Goodison. Should be Tim Cahill Park. Dirty about that, but, you know. We've got the Cahill flags in the corners, so that's something, I guess, isn't it? Alright, let's do this, boys. Let's do this. Alright, not the end we wanted to highlight. Schneiderlin's headed that away. Can we win this back? We can't. Cross comes in. Pickford, you've got to come for that, mate. You've got to come for that. It's still there with Liverpool. We don't want to go behind early. Look at me being all positive. Come on, can we get a tackle in there? They're pinging it around a little bit. Cross comes in. We should get to that. We don't. And that is not the start we wanted to the Merseyside Derby. All right, let's show some passion, boys. Come on. Come on. We're better than this. We have tended to do okay, as you've seen, against the sort of traditional top six. This, I mean, Liverpool is sort of a different class above, as you would suggest, being top of the table. All right, come on, can we get them straight back here? Michael Keane with a throw. Interesting choice. Now, of course, out of position at centre-back, but that's okay. We've got that. Zuma picks that up. Oof. A little bit further away from a player near the opposition, please. Boys, Pickford, we're sort of stuffing around with this a little bit too much for my taste. Pickford gets it upfield, and we've lost it. So something is not going right here. We can see that already. How do we change things? That is the question. Yeah, I mean, we're looking a little bit... What is that pass? What is that pass? Alright, so we're going to go a little... We're not going to play quite so short, because that's clearly not working. Yeah, we were risking it already a couple of times, and then it eventually happened. I don't understand what this pass is. That's uncalled for. That is go back to your keeper. That is just uncalled for. I think we're going to try demand more at this point. Oh, it's going wrong. It's going wrong. It's going wrong. We've had a shot. That's something. Come on, boys. Come on. The problem is now at 2-0 down, it's a long way back, isn't it? We've given ourselves so much work. It's just like a real-life Merseyside derby, isn't it? Alright, if it goes to 3, we're in some serious trouble here. Come on, boys. Come on. I'm wondering if... What can we do to change this? What can we do? Come on, can we get to that first? No. We might need to tell them to get stuck in here. I usually like to stay on feet. But they're pinging it around us. We need to change something here. I wonder if we need to maybe be a little bit more compact as well. They are just able to sort of pass it around in midfield a little bit too easily, aren't they? Can we win that? We can. Davies is there. Right, is there a chance of a counter-attack here? Sank the tank. What can he do? We've got men forward. This is a good opportunity for us. Back post is there. Davies! Oh! That would have been a stunning effort. One of his finest. Alright, we seem to be coming back into this now. Back to Sank the tank. Richarlison. What can he do? Richarlison for Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin back for Tom Davies. Shoot! For Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson! I don't think it was a save. No, it's over the bar. Alright, we're coming back into this a little bit now. This is more like it. This is more like it. It is still a long way back though, isn't it? Bernard's looking anxious. I'm wondering if we need to play the wide boys as wingers, or maybe just Bernard. I think the problem, I may have stumbled across it, is if we have a number 10 in behind, I think playing inside forwards, it all gets a little bit congested there, and I think Bernard maybe just gets in everybody's way. Whereas when we have a deep lying sort of a shield in front of the back four, I think then the inside forwards might work a little bit better. Let's show some passion here. Bernard is just not quite on form. We do have Walcott we could bring on. He's more to play on the right though, and we could potentially move Richarlison over. We were not good that half though. We've been completely outplayed. Arsenal beating Spurs, which I'm going to say I'm not happy with that. Okay, that did not work. Let's get some passionate. We have faith in you to improve. Oh well, this is just going horribly, horribly wrong, isn't it? Horribly wrong. Can Richarlison go over to the left? This is just. I'm embarrassing myself in the Merseyside derby. He can go over there. All right, so we might look at making that change. Get a bit of pace on in Walcott. Play him as a winger. Just see if that makes any difference whatsoever. Give it a show some passion straight away. See if I can undo some of the damage that my team talk has done. Sank the Tank's looking anxious. Alexander-Arnold now over a free kick. It's over the bar. That's fine. You just wonder if one of those chances for Sigurdsson or Davies had gone in at the end of the first half there. It might have given us something. Keane's not having a good game. I wonder if it might just be some time for some good old-fashioned encouragement. We have Yerry Mina on the bench. We could look to bring on. They're all looking anxious. Let's just give it a calm down. Just calm down, boys. Calm down. Schneiderlin's not playing well. I'm thinking what we might do is we might bring on Andre Gomez. And then we just need to... clicking on everything here. I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces in front of your eyes. This might cost us a goal. We might just push him up. Play him as a deep line playmaker on support. I don't hate that. And then we might just need to put Tom Davies back to a defensive midfielder. We need someone defensively minded in there. Alright. John Joe Kenny hacks it clear. Sank the Tank's there. He's beaten one but not the other. Hacked forward again. It's just long ball, isn't it? Just long ball. Dirty from Firmino. Red card, referee. I don't know what Michael Keane's problem is, if I'm honest. I don't think he's played that bad, has he? He certainly hasn't been at fault for any goals that I'm aware of. Oh, he did play that horrible pass, didn't he? He has directly been at fault for one of the goals. Alright, let's take him off for Yerry Mina. It's a good opportunity to give him some game time. That's, of course, our 3 subs. Let's play a higher line here. We have looked a little bit better since we've changed some of this stuff here, haven't we? Let's just try hit early crosses. And, I mean, we'll kind of go for it. Hopefully we won't do too much damage to the goal difference. It's just been, just look at that horrible start. And since then, there hasn't really been too much. Sigurdsson from a free kick. Can he give us a chance? Sigurdsson, yes he can. What a free kick from Gylfi. There we go, 2-1. This is game back on. It's his 5th of the year. And Sigurdsson is he's a messiah, isn't he, the way he's playing for us right now. So many goals from set pieces. It's as good as it's a tap-in. That's a tap-in for Sigurdsson right now. It's on fire. All right, come on, boys. Get creative. Let's get back into this game. All right, are we going to get shut up here pretty quickly? Ugh. Good block with Digna. That was a great block and hacked clear from Yerry Mina. We don't need to see it. It's not a goal because it's never a goal. Tom Davies is looking a little tired now. Let's really go for this now. Let's really go for it. If we lose 3-1, I'll take that on the chin. I'll be honest. But we are going for this. Can we play Rick Carlson as a winger out there? We can. Excellent stuff. Come on, Everton. Let's go. Let's get an equaliser here. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say we deserve it if you look at those match stats, but we've certainly fought, haven't we? We have not given this up. Oh, back for Mane. This is trouble. And it's a personal favourite of mine. Oh, it's an own goal. Sorry, I think it was James Milner that hit the shot. That's unfortunate. Let's have a look at the replay. We've been working on defending corners as well. Decent header. You wonder if Digna could have just let it run though, really. Milner's hit it. Yeah, it has bounced off Mina's head. That's unlucky, isn't it? That's the only reason we've been beaten here. Let's demand more. That's probably harsh. Probably not even what I wanted to say if I was thinking. But it's just everything is just bouncing off them. This is a little bit reminds me of the Tottenham game in a way, in that we gave, or no, it wasn't Tottenham, it was Arsenal, wasn't it? Where we gave them goals. That first goal, we just absolutely gifted it to them. You do wonder if that was playing on our minds for the second goal, or was the second goal the one we gifted to them? I can't even remember now. We've definitely looked better when we compact up in the middle of the park, though, didn't we? We sort of stopped them. Oh, that's harsh. We don't deserve 4-1. The players they've been all at sea. My team talks haven't been great. I don't think my shouts have been great. I'm sure you're all singing you don't know what you're doing at home, and that's fair. That is fair. It's not the Merseyside Derby debut I was looking for. That's for sure. I mean, we've gone for it a little bit at the end, and we've definitely paid the price for that. We won't bother shouting anything more at them. I think I've done enough damage. Comprehensive, I think, those match stats would suggest. We've done okay possession-wise. Oh, 5-1, that's ridiculous. That's rude. That is rude. We've had it clear, and there it is. Well, yeah, that's not great, is it? That's not great. That doesn't make for good reading. The stickers on free kick was good, though, wasn't it? That was good. I did enjoy that. Why are you switched off? You played horribly, and I'm telling you played horribly. I'm not even taking the blame for that. That's your own fault. Yeah, I mean, something's gone wrong. I don't know if it was my team talk, if it was what I've said in the press before the game. But something there's gone horribly wrong, because even just the players' reactions to my team's talk, it wasn't right. But that's a bit disappointing of an episode. Only 1 point, and I mean, if the league was ever a thing for us, 8 points back now makes that look difficult. And we could potentially drop out of the Champions League places as well, with Manchester United and Arsenal both having games in hand. That hurt our goal difference too, which isn't great. Yeah, that was poor. It was poor at best, wasn't it? But there we go, guys. That is it for this episode. Just goals of the month to come. If you have enjoyed that, Liverpool fans, I don't know. Sorry, guys, that wasn't great, was it? Second episode in a row where it hasn't actually been good. It's been okay in between episodes, but yeah, the actual episodes themselves, not great. But we'll improve that next time. We'll be back on Monday. We'll do for the what's it called? The festive fixtures. We'll be back for Manchester City, who are second, Southampton, who are mid-table. Hopefully we'll get a few points out of that, and even more so, more points in between, guys. But until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thumbs up if you have enjoyed that. Subscribe if you're new. And here are our goals of the month for October and November. Take care.